Hello faithful viewers and welcome back to another review. Now in the spirit of Whovember and the 60th anniversary of Doctor Who, we're going to take a look today at a character options Doctor Who figure. So what we see before us is an iteration of the 10th Doctor. Now he is wearing his blue suit, so he must be from a line that debuted with at least series 3. So that's the one where Martha Jones came into it, and the blue suit debuted in the opening episode of that called Smith and Jones. So I'm just going to give my very brief thoughts about character options figures from the start, and then we'll look at him in a bit more greater detail. To be honest, I don't like these things. I think they are, honestly, crap. Now, they do good Daleks, they do Cybermen, they do good monsters, but they don't particularly do good humanoids, and they suffer in terms of a lot of detail, and we'll explore that when we go to a close-up of that mug because it's but from the distance, this portrait of the 10th Doctor that we've got in front of us looks semi-decent. You've got the nice blue suit and you've got the very lovely brown trench coat that is iconic to the 10th Doctor. Yeah, I mean, you've got a lighter blue shirt that's underneath there, that's accurate. You've got a brown tie with like blue dots to give it some detail. And of course the coat and the blue suit poking through. The suit is pinstriped. Whether you'll be able to see the detail, I'm not entirely sure. I will try and focus. We know what this camera's like at this point. I should get better hardware. But you can see that there are red pinstripes running all the way through the suit from the legs to the top. Very nice detail there. Got to give it credit where it's due. The buttons, unfortunately, are not painted. They just blend into the rest of the suit. But there are pockets detailed right there and up there at the breast. And there is nice wrinkles, I suppose, throughout it, giving it a nice feel, I suppose, nice texture. And then he's got the Converse trainers at the bottom. They are painted accurately. You've got the red tops, white bases, white toe caps, laces, and all of that. Good. You've got some legal guff. So on his right foot, it says the words Worldwide Limited. And then on the right foot here, it's copyright BBC 2004. Which is interesting, considering the 10th Doctor didn't debut till 2005. And this look of him is from 2007. I don't understand that. So on his right foot, it says the words Worldwide Limited. And then on the right foot here... So looking a bit at the 10th Doctor's face... this, I don't like this at all. I mean, the hair is accurate, I suppose. It's nice and sticky-uppy. But their face? What demon spawn is this? It doesn't look like David Tennant at all. I don't know if it, with character options, if it's a budget thing or not. I mean, obviously, right, they don't have the same budget as, say, Hasbro with their Black Series figures or their Marvel Legends and whatnot. Obviously. It's a British company, we're poor. I don't like this. The glasses are an interesting touch, his brainy specs. They're not removable, thank God, because you would lose them very, very easily. He's got kind of, I want to say a neutral expression, honestly. Like, his eyebrow on that side is slightly raised, because Tennant did that a lot, I suppose, but...
Where's the personality? Where is it?
Yeah, I'm not very impressed with the detail here. I'm really not. Now, something else I do want to make comment on are these hands here. Now, this figure, I believe, should have come with an accessory, minus second hand. I think he's meant to come with a sonic screwdriver that you can put in his hands. The knock-on effect of that is that these hands are made out of the flimsiest, ghastliest rubber or soft plastic that you could possibly imagine. These things are honestly disgusting. Look at that. I mean, I hate this. You pull on this too hard and you will break it. And then you'll be left with a 10th Doctor that's accurate to the Christmas Invasion, I suppose. But still, this is really disconcerting. surely they could have made like a harder, firmer plastic for this and not sacrificed the ability to put a sonic screwdriver in and out of that hand. Because this is terrifying. I'm so worried about messing with this. I just feel like it's going to snap at any given moment. This is honestly horrific. But, I will say in terms of quality for the rest of the figure, the coat is nice. I mean, it's this typical kind of malleable plastic that you got going on here that they use in other companies for things like capes and big coats. So this is, your bog standard average kind of texture going on here. Unfortunately, because of the nature of it, it does limit articulation, which we'll get into now. So the 10th Doctor, in terms of articulation, his head can turn 360 degrees in an exorcist twist, but that's it. He can't look up, he can't look down, and if you try and do that, it feels like you're going to snap his head off. In terms of the shoulders, 360 rotation like that, that's kind of it. No outward movement of any kind, no upper arm swivel. You've got a 90-degree bend at the elbow, that's it. For the arms, literally nothing at the wrist, unless you're going to snap it off. No torso articulation of any kind, no waist swivel of any kind. In terms of a spread, you've got that, and that's not even hampered by the coat. That is literally as far out as it will go. In terms of a back kick, that. In terms of a forward kick, that. In terms of a knee bend, it's 90 degrees. So that's something. No swivel of any kind in the leg, and no ankle or foot articulation. So basically, the articulation for this is crap. Full-size comparisons then. Here is our 10th Doctor next to the Iron Man Mark II from the Iron Man 2 toy line. Here he is next to a Funko Pop of a Captain America snowman. Here is the 10th Doctor next to Transformers Rise of the Beasts Deluxe Class Wheeljack. Here is Professor Hu Yang next to Star Wars The Black Series Ahsoka Tano from the Siege of Mandalore Clone Wars arc. And then here is the 10th Doctor next to Marvel Legends Mysterio. So that's been our look at the character options Series 3, I suppose, 10th Doctor, and here he is in the best pose you could possibly get the figure in because his articulation is god-awful. There's a reason I don't collect Doctor Who figures, just because they're naff. They really are. They're not good. When you've had the luxury of experiencing the Black Series or Marvel Legends or just your basic Transformer at this point, and you see this, you realise how fortunate you are. This isn't worth your time. It's really not. And I can't say that really about any kind of humanoid figure that comes out of the Doctor Who toy line. Unless it's like a monster, because then at least their designs are good. But whether they translate into actually good posable action figures is another debate, and I'm willing to bet that they don't, because they won't be much better than this guy. Now, I did see some in my recent trip to Leicester that had, bizarrely, bicep swivels. They had a little bit more. This guy's pants, compared to even them, they didn't exactly make up for much in terms of sculpting and design, so they weren't that much better. But this, no, skip it. Just skip it. Skip it. Skip it. Right, yeah. So that's kind of been my negative review of the 10th Doctor. He may not want to go, but I want him to go. So thank you everybody so much for stopping by and checking out this video. There's going to be more Whovember content on the way, so keep tuned for that. And yeah, like and subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video around to help out the channel. And until the next time, allons-y!